What's good, YouTube family? This is Brown Brother coming to you with another video. Please like, share, subscribe. I want to talk very quickly and very openly about our brother, Mr. T.I., and just the journey of manhood and where you go at a certain point. I think certain religious or biblical literature teaches when I become a man, I leave behind all boyish things. There's a season for everything, and so forth and so on. So many titles and indexes and books talk about that. And I think people are not giving Mr. T.I.P. Mr. Harris the credit that he deserves, and it bases that he said that he's doing conscious rap now. I don't know, is it one album or this is a career choice that he's going towards? But I'm beginning to see T.I. being more verbal and more if that's even possible, because he's always been outspoken. But I'm beginning to see him take the father leader role that not from just a biological level, but he's beginning to raise up even hip hop and those who follow him. And I just have to say much respect to him. As you get older and become a man, you leave behind all boyish things, you leave behind all childish things, and you begin to see what needs to be done. And no matter how hard it is, no matter what it is, no matter how it affects you, you go after that and you make sure that you take care of that, because that's your responsibility as a man. And I'm seeing Mr. T.I. Just go out there constantly, and he's always been more aware of situations. But as he's getting older and growing and progressing, he's pushing for a correct narrative, and he from road to redemption to all these things that he did before, but did not even now drop a whole entire conscious album. And for some people's indication, he's saying that he's not going to be rapping about women, bottles, drugs, or whatever anymore. He's going to be doing more conscious based rap, even if it's just periodically or it's half and half of what he's doing. As a man, he's doing something that most do not in that particular genre do not do. J. Cole said it best. He said a lot of brothers getting older, but they never grow up. And he's a grown man, and he's taking care of grown man business. That's what you call the second quarter of manhood, where at a certain age you get to the point where no matter what, I'm saying, not, I don't mean age as in physical age, but I mean age as in spirit and mind. But particularly it comes with physical age, so I guess they both correlate with one another. It's called reflection. When you reflect on your actions, your deeds, past and things that just happened, and you reflect on and you say at that particular moment, whether it be right after, whether it be a few minutes after, whether it be a few months after, whatever it may be, you can reflect and say, okay, I did this wrong, I did that wrong, I don't like the way I did this, I don't like the way I did that. Now, as a man, what can I do to take the necessary steps to prepare my game and to become better and become everything? You see what I'm saying? So I just see him just doing grown man stuff now, and I respect that and commend that to the highest level. And I don't think people are giving him the most credit that they do. So first of all, I want to salute Mr. Harris and all the bros, whether you 19, whether you 39, whether you 49, whatever. I want to say that when you become a certain age, you do grow and develop and mature. And we've all gotten to that point where we reflected and say, okay, I did that wrong. I didn't do this as well as I should have. And what can I do to go be better? And if you have not had that moment of reflection, I ask and I hope that you will search for that moment of reflection, because that is proof that you are becoming a even more mature man, an even more stable-minded man, when you can look at yourself from an unbiased view and say, this is not helping, this is hurting. So what can I do now to change maybe the ways, or change the narrative, or maybe change the community, whatever it may be, to change the environment, whatever it may be, in such a small way possible to make things better. I think that's what he's doing. Again, you have to drop all childish things and become a man, and grow and progress. And if Mr. T.I. is becoming a conscious rapper and doing this full time, or even if it's part time, it just adds to the narrative that I'm happy to see, and it gets somebody to bump. And of course, he's introducing, whether it be 10, whether it be 100, whether it be 10,000, 100,000, he's introducing another group of people to conscious rap music and trying to elevate their nine energy, and trying to make them more whole, and understand that life is short, and life is about choices, and what we can do to better ourselves. We can't worry about the other side, but what we can do to better ourselves and better our community will go tremendously. And he's showing that, and I just feel that's amazing. So again, we can say We could say Kendrick, we could say Cole, and now we can add Ti to that, and we got the East Coast, we got the West Coast, and we got the South. And I think an unsung hero is Styley in the Midwest, and hopefully he becomes more conscious, and we have just a lot of rappers that are just doing their own thing, and who are hopefully seeing becoming more conscious, and it's beginning to be more acceptable to be more conscious, and it's beginning to be more acceptable to have pride and culture and community in itself, and stuff like that, and it's beginning to be uh, uh, the idea of true manhood and not misguided manhood. So I definitely just appreciate everything that he's doing in introducing another group demographic order to conscious rap music, and to see him grow as a man again, it gives me inspiration and hope, and it continues to let me know that my journey, the path of manhood, is going great, and that hopefully maybe not at just as different capacity, but hopefully in just as big of a capacity, or just a different capacity, I'll be able to influence and inspire others to become conscious, or at least help them elevate their consciousness. Because again, you have to make that personal choice, even in the basis of being conscious. Right? So I always want to say, come here, Mr. Ti. I want to talk about the ideal of manhood and growth and progression, and most importantly, reflection as you become older and wiser, whether that be by years, or whether that be by date, or whether it be by certain events that have scoped and changed your life. You can reflect and see the things that you've done. So shout out to him and everybody else. This is Brown Brother P. Like, subscribe. We're on to the next one. Peace.